What is Airbnb? Airbnb is a website where you can rent unique places to stay from local hosts in more than 190 countries. It provides the best suitable accommodations to the users at the best price. How does it work? Thanks to a clear website, renters could register their homes and guests could find the perfect place. Before Airbnb, the market was full of travel agencies, hostels, and so on. Backpackers were only able to find rooms in hostels, but it was nothing compared with a home. Now, backpackers, business travelers, or students could find a reliable flat thanks to comments or profiles in a unique website at a cheaper price, and thus feeling like home everywhere in the world. At first, Airbnb founded based their strategy on a simple assumption. They struggled to find an accommodation affordable in San Francisco, therefore they decided to create an offer to prevent it. That is how Airbnb managed to create its own space in the housing accommodation market. Based on an innovative approach, the use of social networking, and the rise of collaborative consumerism, jointly the company reached a blue ocean situation. Actually, when you create a new space in a market, you are, for a moment, in a blue ocean situation as competitors would not be in that space yet. Airbnb basically offered new lodging options. It took a new road in hospitality industry. It creates a win-win-win situation between the guests, the renters, and the Airbnb. This is a real innovation in business, being the only link between owner and host and further being profitable. The value proposition of Airbnb is simple. Enable people to find an apartment that feels like home in the whole world at an affordable price, because Airbnb customers are travelers and thus want to feel at home everywhere at a low price. Airbnb is one of the most successful startups of the past years. It's so successful that it is today valued at $2.5 billion. In 2008, a room was booked every day. In 2009, it was every 5 minutes. In 2010, every minute. Every 10 seconds in 2011, and every 2 seconds in 2012. But the company doesn't want to grow too quickly, like some other startups did and failed. That's why Airbnb is slowing down its expansion on the international level, and thus switching its strategy by reassigning its employees to new positions in Europe. Airbnb still has a good position abroad, but it faces a fierce competition from other countries in Europe and in Asia. That's why companies try to put an accent on customers' retention to overcome competition. For example, the firm tries to monitor rentals at its best to make sure leasers don't go back to a dirty house. Despite the benefits, there are concerns for both hosts and guests. Perhaps the biggest risk for hosts is getting damage in their own property. While most transactions occur without incident, there are a lot of stories of entire houses being trashed by dozens of partygoers or items being stolen. The biggest concerns for guests may be the rent, wrong description of the property, or lack of reactivity of the owner. In one case, a man had rented an entire apartment in a European city through Airbnb, and the apartment's real owner showed up wondering who was in his apartment.
Created using Powtoon.